Welcome, everybody, to Golden Era College Football for the game of the week. This week, it's going to be 1973 Oklahoma against 1995 Nebraska. Taking a look at the standings in the Eastern League, Notre Dame needs to win this week. If Notre Dame wins, they'll start pulling ahead. They play the University of Pittsburgh. Pitt of 1980 is now 3-3. They're 1-3 against teams that aren't Boston College. Penn State is 2-4, but you see Virginia Tech and Ohio State are 4-2. The top three go to the playoffs. Ohio State and Virginia Tech will be battling it out against a couple different teams, but Ohio State plays Michigan today, and that'll be a big game. For the Southeastern League, you have everybody within one game of the playoffs. Auburn and Alabama are down there, but don't count them out. It's a league where really anybody can win, so who knows? They might end up 4-4. This is the halfway point this year. The Central League, Oklahoma is still reeling after that 68-58 loss in Week 1, where they gave up 5 touchdowns on returns. Oklahoma's 4-1 since that week. In Nebraska, this is a humongous game for them, as we will show you the winner will be 4-3 and in the playoff hunt. The loser will be one back. In the Western Wild Card, BYU is undefeated. Arizona State is second. Southern Cal is third. BYU has Kansas this week. Kansas is 3-3. They're tied for playoff position. Oregon is 2-4, and Washington State is yet to win. Looking at today's games, it'll be Ohio State and Michigan. A very big game for them. Pitt and Notre Dame. West Virginia wants to keep going against Boston College. Penn State and Virginia Tech. That'll be a big one. Tennessee and Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech can come back and win. Florida State and Georgia. Miami and Alabama. If Alabama wins that game, that'll be big. Last time they played was crazy. Florida and Auburn. LSU and Purdue, you never know. Colorado and Washington, that'll be a very big game. Kansas and BYU. Texas and SMU today. Oregon and Southern Cal. Oregon, that's a big game for Oregon. Southern Cal might be able to lose one. Arizona State, Washington State. And Missouri and Wisconsin. That might be a tough game for Wisconsin. Nebraska and Oklahoma. You can see this right now at Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. Oklahoma is favored by 2. It is raining, but both teams are running football teams. We could see a lot of turnovers. This is a huge game for both teams. So let's go to Oklahoma right now. It is heavy, heavy rain. So there it is in Oklahoma. It is pouring down rain. And here is the national anthem. So we're ready to go. Nebraska and Oklahoma, the coin toss. It'll be Oklahoma winning. As with everything, we just predetermined that they will receive in the second half. They defer and they receive. So here we go. Oklahoma to kick off. And they will against Nebraska, and we're underway from the 13. And that'll be up to the 27 and a first down. So here comes Nebraska. Tommy Frazier, the quarterback. Amon Green and Makovica looking at Nebraska really quickly. They're 4-2. They just blew out SMU last week. They barely beat Missouri, but Wisconsin beat them. That is a little concerning. They were on a 2-game losing streak as Oklahoma beat them, and then Wisconsin beat them. They're 4th in points, 11th in yards. Their defense is mid-table. Their rushing is good. First down and 10. They give it to Amon Green, and Amon Green gets about 4. It'll be second down. Second down for Nebraska here in Oklahoma. It is loud. It is exactly what Oklahoma wanted. They throw, and it's going to be complete. That's going to be a first down up to the 45. So they hit ball, and that'll be a first down for Nebraska. First down and 10 for Nebraska. From the 45, they give it to Amon Green, and Amon will get a gain of 2. It'll be second down. So second down and 8. Second and 8, back to throw. They're going to look. He's going to throw it. He's got Amon Green, and that's going to be a first down. So it'll be up a gain of 9 and a first down for Nebraska. So they are driving early. First down from the 45, Makovica, and that's going to be a gain of only 1. It'll be second down. Nebraska trying to stop them defensively. Second down and 9. Back to throw. Frazier. They throw, and it's complete. Down to the 25 to the 23. And a first down. That is to Ball. And Schote with the stop. So here comes Nebraska. It'll be first down. First down and 10. Here's Frazier. Frazier, he's going to run it himself, and he gets about 2. It'll be second down. So Frazier was hit hard. Second and 8 for Nebraska. Back to throw. He's going to throw, and it is incomplete. A little bit too long. It'll be third down. That was Frazier's first incompletion. Third and 8 here in the first. Back to throw. Frazier. And he's going to throw, and it is caught down to the 5 and in for the score. And Johnson has scored. So now the extra point, you can see this. Tommy Frazier, it is quiet here as it is 6-0. Here's the extra point, and it is good. Chris Brown nails it. It's Nebraska 7, Oklahoma 3, or nothing. And now they're going to kick. Here's Oklahoma's first possession from the 7-yard line. They're going to bring it up to the 31, and it'll be a first down. First down, Oklahoma, from their own 31. That's going to be a draw, and here's Clark, and Clark gets 2. It'll be second down and 8. In the first game they had against each other, it was 40-35 Oklahoma. Missouri beat Oklahoma in a major upset, but Oklahoma beat Wisconsin, then they beat Texas. They're number 2 in yards and number 1 in defense. They're number 1 in rushing. Second down and 8. Back, and they give it, and they got nothing there. Grant Wistrom with the stop, and that'll be Clark off the right side. Third and 8. Davis. Davis, and threw it away. It'll be 4th down. Oklahoma has a 1-0 series lead. If they win, then it'll go to plus-minus total for the tiebreaker. And overall plus-minus, a gain 37, a gain of 7 on the return. Nebraska will take over of 7-0. Frazier will hand it up to Makovica, and he'll get a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7 for Nebraska. There's going to be a flag. They throw, and it is caught down to the 45, and let's see what the penalty is.
Offsides, defense, 5-yard penalty.
They're going to decline that, and it'll be a 1st down for Nebraska. 1st down and 10 for Nebraska. Frazier, he'll look, and Choate with the sack. So Choate with a big sack. It'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd down and 11. Frazier, the option. Oh, they pitch it to Amon Green, and Choate again goes outside. He's all over the place today. It'll be 3rd and 11. They need to stop. If you're Oklahoma, you need to stop. You throw, and it is caught down to the 26-yard line, and a 1st down. 1st down, and what a big play for Nebraska. So 1st down and 10. They give to Makovica, and he gets a couple. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 9. Nebraska back to throw. They're looking. They're going to throw it underneath. And that's going to be Amon Green down to the 25. A gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Back to throw, looking, and they're going to run it in here. They go down to the 10 and a 1st down. 1st down, Nebraska. 7:30 to go. Back to throw. They're looking, and he's sacked by Struck. Loss of 8. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal. Back to throw, and he's going to look, and it's going to be dropped. Dropped by Amon Green. Now it's another big 3rd down and goal from the 18. It was 3rd and 11, and they got it for a 1st down. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 18. Frazier, he'll run, and here's Tommy. He's up to the 11, and Chris Brown will come out, and he'll catch. So here's Chris Brown, tackled by Hughes. And Brown now. It'll be up, over, and it is good. Nebraska 10, Oklahoma nothing. 6 minutes to go here in the 1st. Taking a look at all the other games, Ohio State leads Michigan. Pitt is way up on Notre Dame. Pitt needs the win. Boston College and West Virginia are tied. Virginia Tech leading Penn State. Georgia Tech beating Tennessee. Florida State beating Georgia. Alabama is up on Miami. Remember in the last game, it was a crazy game. Florida is up on Auburn. Purdue is up on LSU, 7-0. Colorado and Washington scoreless. BYU an early field goal. Texas 7-0 on SMU. Southern Cal and Oregon, 0-0. Washington State, a surprising 7-0 lead. And Wisconsin and Missouri are tied at 7. As teams find out how they play, these games will get closer and closer. So here they go. The kick is deep down to the 8-yard line, and it's going to be returned to the 23. They're going to say it's 9 to the 23. It'll be 1st down and 10. 1st and 10. They give it to Clark, and it's going to be a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down. Oklahoma down 10-0. They're down by 2 scores. They know there's trouble. 2nd down. They give it to Clark again. Clark on a run, and they're stopped. This is not the game that Oklahoma wanted to play. It'll be third down. Davis. Davis is looking. He's going to throw it underneath, and they get nothing. And Pullman with the stop. They hit Clark. It'll be fourth down, and now they're going to kick. The Troll down to the 36 and up to the 45 to the 50 to the 48. Nebraska is looking good here. It'll be first down. And Tommy Frazier, they give it to Amon Green and a stop. Well, that's the one big thing. Oklahoma needs a stop. It's 124-6 in yards right now, and everything is, except for the rushing, is going. The quick throw, and he overthrew Ball. So Ball was running out there. It'll be third down. Third and 11. Another big third down and 11. Here's Frazier, the quick throw, and it is dropped by Johnson. It'll be the first punt for Nebraska all day. And who knows? They're going to watch the fake. They punt it. It's going to be out of bounds at the 21. They're going to count it at the 22. Well, Nebraska didn't do anything there. So that's a sign for Oklahoma. They might get somewhere. And here's Davis. Davis on a run. Here's Davis, and he'll go up to the 34. And a gain of 12. That'll be a first down, Oklahoma. First down, Oklahoma. Davis will get to Washington. Washington on the run right up the middle. Here comes Washington. Washington down to the 34 and a first down. To the 33. It'll be first and 10. First down and 10. Davis to Washington, and he'll go up a little bit. A gain of 1. It'll be second down. So second down and 9. Here's Davis. He's going to run it on the option, but he'll keep it. And Davis, a gain of 8. He had 132 yards last game, and it'll be third down. Third down for Oklahoma. As they've only passed twice, they will run the football. Clark, and there's a penalty, and let's see what it is.
Holding. Offense.
Oh.
10-yard penalty.
And yes, they're going to accept that, a very crucial penalty with a minute to go here in the first. Davis will have to go on third and 11. They give to Washington. Here comes Washington. And a gain of 7. What are they going to do? They're going to go for it, or are they going to kick a field goal? They're going to go for it. It's going to be 4th and 4. They're down 10-0. 4th and 4. This is a big one. Back to throw is Davis. They throw, and it is dropped. It is dropped. And Nebraska will take over. It's pouring down rain, and Nebraska will take over. First down. Frazier on the run. He's going to keep it himself off the option, and he's going to gain 9. It'll be second down, and that should be the end of the first quarter. So that'll be the end of the first quarter. The score, Nebraska 10 and Oklahoma nothing. You can see it's been all Nebraska right now, as Nebraska 7-2 on first downs. Passing, they're 7 of 11. Rushing, not that great, but they do have 133 yards to 67. They are literally doubling Oklahoma, but they're down by a yard on that. Frazier has been good, 7 of 11, 106 yards. They got to pick up their rushing. For Oklahoma, they're starting to pick up their rushing. But Nebraska, a 21-yard pass to Charles Johnson, and a field goal by Brown, and it is 10-0 Nebraska. So second down and 1, Nebraska and Oklahoma. Nebraska is leading. Back, and they're going to run it to Makovica. Makovica will be a first down. First and 10 for Nebraska. There's a penalty on the play, and let's see what it is.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Well, these can be really tough as we take a look at the 10-minute ticker. Going into the second, Ohio State all over Michigan. Pitt all over Notre Dame. It's Pitt. It is Pitt now all over Notre Dame, and that is huge. West Virginia leads Boston College big. Virginia Tech barely over Penn State. Penn State needs that win. Georgia Tech leading Tennessee. Georgia and Florida State are tied. Alabama had their lead cut in half. Auburn 10-6 over Florida. Purdue 10-0 over LSU. Washington a safety 2-0 over Colorado. That's a big game. BYU up by 10 against Kansas. Texas 7-0 over SMU. Oregon down 10-7. They need that win. Arizona State jumped to a lead on Washington State and Wisconsin. 14-7 over Missouri. Missouri has a win over Nebraska. It'll be first down and 15. They hand it to Makovica, and a gain of about 1. It'll be second down. Second and 14. Back to throw. They're going to throw, and it is deep and overthrown. It'll be third down. Third and 14. Back to throw. It's going to look. Frazier, and they completed the ball, but it'll be tackled there in fourth down, and that'll be a punt coming up. So Nebraska has been stopped and caught. And they'll punt it up to about the 33. Oklahoma's been driving. The momentum is swinging their way, but they have to score. Back to throw. Davis, they draw to Washington, and only a yard. It'll be second down. Second and 9, and there's a timeout. Davis calls timeout. The score, Nebraska 10 and Oklahoma nothing. Well, it is raining. Davis has only thrown it 3 times, and he completed it once for a yard. They're running the football really well. It'll be second down and 9. Second and 9. They give it to Washington. He can run, and he does, and it's a first down. Up to the 44, and a first down for Oklahoma. First down, Oklahoma at the 45. Davis again off the bootleg, and there he goes. He fakes the handoff, and he gets 6 right up the midfield. It'll be second down and 5. Second and 4. And there's a penalty.
False start. Offense, 5-yard penalty.
Now Ertz, and Barry Switzer's upset because it goes from 4 to 9. Back to throw. They throw, and it is complete, and a first down. Menor with the stop. A rare throw by Oklahoma, but they nail it for 14. And a first down, and here comes Oklahoma again. This time Davis will keep it on the option, and he gets nothing there. It'll be second down, Foreman to stop. So Nebraska early on had a lot of success. Oklahoma with all this success now. Davis, they give it to Clark, and he only gets nothing. He gets nothing. It'll be third and 10. They might look at 4-down territory, so they might run it here. Third down, back to throw. Davis, they're going to throw it. They throw, and it is caught, and a first down, a gain of 11. So Oklahoma down 10-0, and now they're driving. First down. The pitch to Washington on the option, and he loses 3. It'll be second down. Second and 13. And they throw, and it is complete. Fumbles, and they get it back, though. First down. No, it's going to be third and 1. Third and inches. They go Davis. Davis a first down. Davis to the 10. Davis to the 6-yard line, and a first down. First and goal First and goal. Washington, touchdown. So Oklahoma has just scored. And that was a big score from the 5-yard line. They get it in. And my goodness, they're looking better than Nebraska. Nebraska is not looking good. And here's the extra point. So 10-6. And now the extra point. It is up and good. David Fulcher hits the extra point, and it's Nebraska 10 and Oklahoma 7. And Ohio State still leading. Pitt leading big. West Virginia all over BC, but BC just scored. Penn State now leads Virginia Tech. Georgia Tech 7-0 over Tennessee. Georgia leading Florida State. Alabama all over Miami. Talk about up and down Alabama. Which Alabama's going to show up? And Auburn leading Florida. Purdue leads LSU by 3. Washington a 2-0 lead over Colorado. BYU by 10. Texas by 14 over SMU. They're trying to go 2-5. Southern Cal all over Oregon. Arizona State 10-7. And Wisconsin leading Missouri. Now, so here's the kick, and Oklahoma is down by 3. Nebraska needs a big drive. And a return of 13. Well, here we go. It's going to be first down and 10. They give it to Amon Green. And Amon Green, a gain of 2. It'll be second down. Second and 8. It is loud. It is Oklahoma. They are screaming defense. Back to throw. Frazier. He's going to throw. It's going to be complete to the tight end. And it'll be Gilman. And Hughes with the stop. It'll be 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1 for Nebraska. They give it to Makovica. There's a flag, and let's see what it is. I think they jumped.
Encroachment.
It was.
5-yard penalty.
It was why they stopped them so easy. 1st and 10. Back to throw is Frazier, and he'll throw it, and it is incomplete. It'll be second down. 2nd down and 10. Back to throw. And looking, throwing down the middle. It's going to be complete, and a first down to the 36, 37-yard line. It'll be down at the 37, a gain at 28. Nebraska's been throwing the football really well today. And we'll say more about that a little later. Here's Frazier, the bootleg. He's going to go the other way. And now he's down there. Nothing there. Second down. 2nd and 10. Here in the rain, they're actually running it well. Amon Green. And that's going to be a gain of 1, 3rd down. 3rd and 9. And back to throw. They're going to throw, and it is dropped. It is dropped by Charles Johnson. Now Chris Brownlee hit 53. Not Charles Johnson. No, they're going to punt it. And here's Kosh. And out of bounds at the 14. For Nebraska, they're doing something. They're throwing the football when it's not their strength against a great defense. That is humongous. That is big. That shows a championship team. But Oklahoma, they stopped the Nebraska advance. So here's Oklahoma, and here's Washington, and a gain of 4. They want to methodically and systemically get down the field here. It'll be second down. They hand it off, and only about a gain of, wait a second, a fumble and a touchdown for Nebraska. Tomit stripped it out, and Foreman picked it up, and they run it in. And Nebraska, just like that, leads by 9. There it was. He was trying and held up, and there was the strip, and there it is. The extra point by Brown is good, and it is a stunned crowd. 17-7. And there's the kick. It's going to be to the 10, to the 30, 35, to the 36. Now they're going to have time running the football to go down the field.
Holding, receiving team, 10-yard penalty.
And that's going to be on Pope. So it'll be first down at the 21. So here they go. They give to Washington. And Washington, another gain of 4. So they can do this down the field. They got it. The college clock is like that, where they can do it. Second down, Davis. Davis again on a run. Here's Davis and a first down. Up to the 38, a gain of 13. It'll be first down and 10. First and 10. Back to throw, and Davis again, and Davis, nothing. It'll be second down. Second and 10. They hand it to Washington, and Washington, nothing there. It'll be third down. Big game, especially if Oklahoma were to win this football game, then they would have the tiebreaker over Nebraska. Back to throw. They're going to run, and he's going. He gets a first down and more. Here comes Davis on the run. Down to the 35. Veland with the stop, but a first down, a big first down. First and 10. And here's Nebraska now. They get it to Washington, and a gain of 3, second down. Second and 7. And they hand it off. Here's Clark. Another 2. It'll be third and 5. They might do fourth down football here, as it is third down and 5. Oklahoma down by 10. Davis, and he gains 2. It'll be fourth and 3. What are they going to do? And they're going to go for it. Remember, there was a 4th and 4 they didn't get. This is 4th and 3. Back to throw. Davis. He's going to throw. He's open, and he gets it. It's a touchdown, Oklahoma. They went down, and that strip pick 6, or that strip 6, would have been devastating, but they just go down the field and they score. What a pass. And that was big. 4th and 3. Oh my goodness. Now the extra point, a big one. So it is 4th and 3, a 27-yard score. It is up and good. David Fulcher made it 17-14 now. A minute 47, and now they're going to kick to the 6-yard line. They're going to bring it up to the 15. A return of 9. First down. A minute 34 to go, and they go through the middle, and maybe a gain of 1. That's Selman. It'll be second down. So Oklahoma's not going to call timeout there. Nebraska will. Second down and 9. They got 2 remaining, a minute 26. Back to throw. And going, and it's going to go, and it's going to be a first down up to the 30-yard line, and a first down. First down and 10 from the 30-yard line. So Nebraska, another timeout. 1 remaining. So here they go from the 30-yard line. They give it Makovica, and a gain of 2. It'll be second down. So second down and 8, and that'll be the last timeout for Nebraska. They might just want to try and run this out. They're back there, and it just makes no more sense. Here's Frazier, and Frazier's going to run, and Frazier will get a first down. Maybe. They don't want to turn it over. They got to hurry it up. It's going to be first down, First down, Nebraska. Under a minute to go. Frazier Back to throw. Frazier's going to go deep and overthrew his man. Ball, second down. Second down now. Back to throw. Frazier. Frazier again. He's on a run and he fumbles, but he gets it back. Maybe they're just going to let it run out. Third down. Frazier. Screen, and they got it. Amon Green, and here's Amon Green on it. Amon Green, and a first down, and out of bounds. 7 seconds. They're going to go for the Hail Mary now, up 17-14. The blitz is on. They're going to throw. It's incomplete. Are they going to have time? And no, they're not. The end of the first half, it's Nebraska 17, Oklahoma 14. And my, oh my. Let's go watch the halftime stats, and we will be back in a second. As it is 17-14, and a really good game here in the Golden League. So right now, Oklahoma 17-14 lead. Nebraska 17-14 lead. Really, you know, Tommy Frazier's looking good, but Davis is 5 of 7 for a touchdown. That's incredible. And as you can see, it's really good for Nebraska, and it is 17-14. As you can see, it was the fumble recovery for a touchdown. That was big. And that's what's given Nebraska the lead. We go to the second half. They're going to kick off. It is up. And from the 15-yard line, they're going to return it to the 36. Taking a look really quickly. It is a 10-minute ticker. Wow, Ohio State, Michigan in a wild one. Pitt still leading 27-7 here in the third. Boston College trying to come back. Penn State leading Virginia Tech. They need that win. Georgia Tech beating Tennessee. That would be big. Florida State and Georgia are tied. Alabama leads by 7. Auburn up by 4. Purdue 13-7. Washington 5-0 over Colorado. BYU all over Kansas. Texas leading SMU 28-0. Southern Cal big over Oregon. Washington State trying to fight Arizona State, and Wisconsin now leading Missouri by 10. That Notre Dame game is big because they're a first-place team. And they're getting walloped. And if they lose, then Pitt is only 1 game behind them. And same with everybody else. And that whole division goes crazy. And they're winning by 20. So it'll be first down Oklahoma, down 17-14. And this is going to be Davis. Davis on the run, and he gains 1. It'll be second down. 34 plays in the first half, 43 for Nebraska. That's 77, so it'll be second down. Back, they give it. Here's going to be a run. It's going to be a first down, and let's see what the penalty is. It says somebody jumped, but I think it's going to be offsides.
Encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty.
It should be offsides. Offsides is the live ball foul, so it'll be first down and 10. Back they give to Clark, and he only gains 1. It'll be second down. Rushing for Oklahoma, pretty good. Passing very sparingly, but Nebraska has not been able to do their running game yet. It'll be second down. Back to throw. They give to Clark. Clark on the run, and he gains nothing there. Grant Wistrom with the stop. It'll be third down. Oklahoma would like to tie up the game as quick as possible. Switzer would love that. Back to throw. They got it. It's going to be a first down and more. Down to the 25, to the 23, and a first down. That's going to be big. They get it to Brooks. And as longest catch of the year, the tight end, it'll be first down. They don't throw often, but when they do, it's really man coverage, one-on-one. So Oklahoma in field goal range, first down. They give it to Washington, and he gets stuffed, second down. That is so big, it'll be second and 10. Clark, and nothing there. It'll be third down and 11 now. Third and 11. Third and 11. They give it to Washington. Washington will go up, and it'll be fourth down. It'll be 4th and 3. 4th and 8. They're going to try a field goal, and this is David Fulcher, who will play for Cincinnati later on. But this is big. This will be a 38-yarder. Let's see what they can do. And the kick will be up. It is over, and it is good, and we're tied at 17. We are tied at 17 now. Oh, how big this is. As now Oklahoma, I just can't understand a few things, but Oklahoma 17, Nebraska 17. And now they're going to kick deep from the 40 down to the 5-yard line. To the 30, 35, up to the 40, and what a tackle there. First and 10. First down, Nebraska, 17-17. They go to Tommy Frazier, and that's going to be stuffed, second down. Second and 10. They go, they give it to Makovica. Makovica gets nothing. Schote is just all over the place today. They needed that. Third and 9. Third and 9 for Nebraska. Back to throw is Frazier. And he's going to run, and here's Tommy, and that's going to be a first down up to the 50. And Frazier, that's going to be a pitch to Amon Green on the option. And Green will get a gain of 5. It'll be second down. Second down. Nebraska's driving. Second and 5 here in the third. We're tied at 17. There's the screen, and they go to Amon Green, and Amon a first down. So a gain of 7. Oklahoma needs to stop Nebraska on this drive. We're tied here in the third. They give it to Amon, and Amon right to the line. He loses 1. It'll be second down. Frazier's thrown the football well today. Second and 1. And back to, it's going to be Green, and that's going to be stopped there. Third and 10. Third and 10 now. Back to throw, looking. They're going to throw, and it is dropped. They had Reggie Ball, and they dropped it. It'll be fourth down. Are they going to go for it? No, they're going to punt, and they're going to try and block this. Kosh, and out of bounds at the 8. Oklahoma stops Nebraska, and they get the ball back. There's 8 minutes to go. From their own 8-yard line, it'll be first down and 10. And Davis, he gets stuffed, and he loses 2. It'll be second down and 12. Man, Oklahoma needs a first down here, and they know it. 2nd down and 12. They give it to Washington. Washington behind his 2 guards that pulled. It'll be 3rd down and 3. 3rd down and 9. Sorry. 3rd and 9. Halfway through the 3rd. Davis again. Davis will run. Davis gets a first down and just ran it himself. It was a scramble, and then he ran, and it's a first down for Oklahoma. 1st down and 10. Davis, the option, he'll keep it. He only gains 1. It'll be 2nd down. Right to the playoffs. January will be a playoff month. 2nd down. There's the pitch. And they go to Washington. Washington, he fumbles the football, and it's Nebraska's. It's Nebraska's. It is all Nebraska's, and it'll be a first down. My goodness. And Nebraska, in a tied game, just gets a fumble. That's going to be huge for them. If Nebraska wins this game, they would tie the series. They would go 1 game apiece for the season. If Oklahoma wins, they would get the tiebreaker because they would have swept and won both. 1st down. They give it to Amon Green, and Amon a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down for Nebraska. Chris Brown can hit him from this range. Frazier will throw, and incomplete, almost intercepted. It'll be 3rd and 8. Very big. 3rd down and 8. Back to throw. Looking, they throw, and it is incomplete. They tried to go to ball, and he had it in his hands, and he dropped it. It is raining. They're going to try a 42-yarder. So 42-yard field goal for Brown. This one is up. It is over, and it is good. And Nebraska has a 20-17 lead. Well, if you're Oklahoma, you need a win. You would love a win. That would help solidify the season, really. You beat your rival twice, and now you got the tiebreaker into trying to make the playoffs. And it'll be 1st down and 10. So 1st down and 10. Back, and they give it to Washington, and Washington a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 8. 5:04 to go. Nebraska 20, Oklahoma 17. Davis will give to Clark. And a gain of 2 there will be 3rd down and 6. 3rd and 6. Nebraska 20, Oklahoma 17. Back, they give it to Washington. Washington up the middle. And he only gains 4. It'll be 4th down, and they might have to kick. Grant Wistrom, he has 10 tackles. And now they got a punt. Luttrell, first time in a while we've seen him. What a punt. And Luttrell to the 35. Now they're going to give it to the 33. And Nebraska will have it 1st down and 10. A very disappointing series for Oklahoma. They give to Amon Green, and the stuff there, he gains 2. It'll be 2nd down. Trying the drive. 2nd and 8. So it'll be 2nd and 8. They give to Amon Green, and a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 7. And back to throw, looking. And they're going to throw it short, and it's caught up to the 40. Not enough, though. And it'll be 4th down, and now they got a kick. Up by 3, and Kosh. Here's the punt, and returned for a gain of, well, loses 1. First and 10. Back, and they give it to Clark, and that's going to be a gain of 2, 2nd down. Second and 8. Clark, and he'll run, and it'll be 3rd down and 3. 3rd and 3. So they give it to Washington, and it'll bring up 4th down. So here we go. They're going to punt again. They can't do anything. A minute to go here in the 3rd. It's down all of a sudden. Turned into a defensive battle. The offense is now gone. It really is. 1st down for Nebraska. One more play in this quarter, and that's all they want to do. They want to give it to Amon Green, and that's it. The end of the 3rd quarter. The score... No, they're going to actually run this play, and it's going to be caught for a 1st down. That should be the end of the quarter, and it will be. The end of the 3rd quarter, the score, Nebraska 20 and Oklahoma 17. So here we go, 303 to 278. 1st downs, you could see this. Rushes, passes. Rushes, 213 yards for Oklahoma. Passing, 200 yards for Nebraska. As I got to do one thing really quickly. So here we go, the 4th quarter, we're about ready to go. 4th quarter, Nebraska 20, Oklahoma 17. 1st down. They give it to Makovica, and that's going to be a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 8. Back to throw, they throw, and it'll be a cut and a 1st down. Powers with the stop, a gain of 10. Throwing the football has been really good for Nebraska. We all know it's versatile teams that win championships, not gimmick teams. Makovica and a gain of 1. If they're getting stuffed by this number 1 defense, they're throwing all over them. It'll be 2nd down and 9. They give to Amon, and Amon Green a gain of 2. 3rd down and 7. They will punt the football here. It's just too close. Back to throw. Frazier, and it is caught. Oh, look at him go, and he's going to score. Oh, that is Johnson. 5 catches, 104 yards, and it is now a 9-point lead. Look at this. And he beat him, and then he ran all the way in. So the extra point is good. Nebraska now leads by 10, and it is silent here in Oklahoma. So now here's the kick to the 10-yard line, and they're going to bring it up to the 20. Here in the 4th quarter, this is a big drive for Oklahoma. They give to Washington, and only a gain of 2. He got 100 yards today, but that's his 20th rush. 2nd down. Clark, and Clark, a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 4. They haven't had a 1st down in a while. 3rd down and 4. They hand it off, and there they go on a run, and it's up to the 35 to the 37, a 1st down. They're spotted at the 38. And here comes Oklahoma. Davis on the option will keep it himself. And he's got a gain of 3. He's got 101 yards for himself. The clock is ticking, under 12 minutes to go. Oklahoma, they're like a bulldozer. There's the pitch. They go to Clark and they get stuffed. So a bulldozer that lost a tread. It'll be 2nd down and 13. Davis to throw. Davis will run. Here's Davis. And a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down. Now it's 4th down. Sorry, I messed up the downs. And there's the punt to the 26, and that's going to be a fair catch, actually, at the 27. Well, right now it's Nebraska leading by 10. They have all the momentum in the world. All the momentum. Frazier, and that's going to be a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 9. Back to throw, and it is caught. And it'll be a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd down. They want to keep this clock running if you're Nebraska. 3rd and 3. And they give them on Green and stuff there by Leroy Selman. That's the thing. They're feeling Oklahoma could come out here and in the last 9 minutes get a couple drives and just go right down the field. First and 10. Davis. And that's going to be a gain of 2, 2nd down. 2nd and 8. Back, Davis again. Davis on the run, and Davis goes down. He loses 1. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 9. Back to throw, and it is complete. Up to the 46, and a gain of 19 and a 1st down. That was huge. That was big. 7:50 to go. Davis again. They got to do something. They're not going anywhere. And it'll be 2nd down. They're down by 10, 7.5 to go. Davis will hold it himself. On the option, he only gets 3. It'll be 3rd and 7. They're hurrying up. They know they got to go quickly. Back is Davis. He throws, and it is caught. And a 1st down. These 3rd down catches are big. They got 3rd and 9 and now 3rd and 7. Under 7 minutes to go. Davis, they give to Washington. This is 4-down football now. Farley with a stop. And a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down, back to throw. They're going to go. They're going to run. And down. A gain of 3. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 5. Washington right up the middle, and he gets slammed. It's now 4th down. They got to go for it. What are they going to do? They're going to go for it. 4th and 5. They've been successful throwing the football today. Under 6 minutes to go. Back to throw. They throw, and it is caught again on a 1st down. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 9. They went 3rd and 9. 3rd and 7 and 4th and 5. Under 6 minutes to go. Davis on the run. Davis. And he gets 7. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 3. Davis again. Davis will go. And Davis a 1st down. A fumble. It's Nebraska's. It's Nebraska's, and that's probably it.
The previous play is under review. Upon further review, the runner was down by contact.
Oh, my. And there is no down by contact in college, but that's okay. So Oklahoma in a big reversal. That was probably going to be the game. Under 5 minutes to go, 1st down. They give to Washington. Touchdown, Oklahoma. His 10th of the year. And what a difference that makes. What a difference that makes. you're going to win the game, and you just got a fumble. And now Oklahoma. And here's the extra point. It is good. So it is 27-24. So now they're going to kick it deep. And over to the 8-yard line, to the 15. So Nebraska in a big role reversal. They're pushed all the way back to the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, 4.5 to go in the game. Frazier, Tommy, and he gets a yard. Nothing there, actually. 2nd down. 2nd and 10, 4:26 to go. Amon Green, and nothing there. It'll be 3rd and 11. They're stuffing him. A big 3rd down and 11. Oh, this is big. Back to throw. Looking. They're going to fire, and it is incomplete. 4th down. They're going to give it back to Oklahoma. It's just what we talked about before. Gosh. Nebraska needed to get yards because they said, hey, we think Oklahoma can come down and win this game. 3:08 to go in the game quickly. Let's see who won these things. Michigan leading. Notre Dame leading with 3 seconds to go. That would be a huge loss. West Virginia, big. Penn State leading with 26 seconds. Tennessee, Georgia Tech, overtime maybe. Florida State beat, they will win that game. Alabama leading Miami. That's a close one. Auburn might win that. LSU over Purdue, and that's a big win. Washington will win. BYU will be undefeated. Texas will win. And the Southern Cal will win. Arizona State will win. And Missouri is down by 6. Oh, that would be that pick game. That is tough. It'll be 1st down for Oklahoma. And they give to Washington. And nothing there. They're down by 3. A gain of 1. 2nd down and 9. Under 3 minutes to go. 2nd down and 9. Back. And there's the pitch to Clark. Here's Clark. And Clark close. And again a 1st down. 2.5 to go. 2.5 to go. They give to Clark again. And Clark a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. 2 minutes to go. 2nd and 8. 2:13. They go. Davis. He's going to follow his guards. And he only gets 1. It'll be 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7. So 3rd down and 7, and that's going to be a timeout. Oklahoma, they're pretty much selling out right now. They got to score. Remember, in the last drive, they converted 9-7, 4th and 5. And they fumbled, but it was overturned on the review, and they scored the next play. 27-24 Nebraska. It's going to be 3rd and 7. It's 2-down football. 1:49 to go in the game. Well, we got 1 viewer. That'll be great. 3rd down. This is so big. Back, they give it to Washington, and Washington, he got 5. It'll be 4th and 2. 4th down and 2. Oklahoma with timeout. This is it. This is the football game right here. 4th and 2, and this is the game. 1:37 to go. Will they get a 1st down and be in field goal range for David Fulcher, or will they not get it and Nebraska takes a close victory out here? Let's see. 4th and 2. Back to throw. Davis. Davis throws. It is dropped by Brooks. Dropped by Brooks. And Nebraska will take over. And Nebraska definitely in first down will win the game. There's this stop. They're trying to get at it, and you know Oklahoma's going to call a timeout. So it'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd down and 9. They go to Amon Green, and up to the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and a timeout there. Leroy Selman, that's going to be a timeout. 3rd down and 9. No timeout. They're going to let it run. Will they have to do anything? There's 1:09 to go. They go back to throw, and Frazier, he's just going to go down and sack. You know, he thought about throwing, but if it's not open, you take the knee. There's 38 seconds to go. Oklahoma needs to block this. And they're going to kick it out of bounds. They have to. There's got to be less time remaining. And this thing might be over. It's 18 seconds to go. Oklahoma has no timeouts. They need a long pass right now to get into field goal range. 18 seconds. Back to throw. They're going to throw it. It's going to be deep. They got a man, and it is incomplete. There's a penalty. Oh, and let's see what it is.
Pass interference, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Remember, it's only 15 yards, and it is not everything, so it's only 15 yards. There's 10 seconds to go. They need to get the long pass play and maybe out of bounds. They throw down deep and incomplete, and they will they have time for one more? They do. They got that home second. 1 second to go. And pass interference, remember, it's 15 and not a spot foul, so they're going to go. This is going to be it to Hail Mary. Into the end zone. They got a man, and it is incomplete. It's intercepted by Minner, actually, and he'll take the knee, and Nebraska's won the football game. So Nebraska has won the football game 27-24. And that is it. Frazier is 17-30 for 257. They looked really good. Davis had over 100. Washington over 100. But my goodness, Brooks dropped that one. He dropped that one, or else it would have been first down. And that was actually smart for the pass interference at the end. You know, they made sure that was it. Fulcher hit his 38-yard field goal. That was it. Brown 2 for 2. Punting, really, Luttrell wasn't out there too much. Looking at the scoring, it was a back-and-forth game where Oklahoma just didn't have it. Team stats, a lot of yards, it was all right. A lot of, let's see, it was 80-73 in plays, 153. So old-time football, you had a lot more plays. Turnovers 3 for Oklahoma. That was the trouble, was the 3 turnovers, and that was about it. So there we go, 27-24, Nebraska beats Oklahoma. And now we got to take a look at all the other games. So let's take a look, Michigan and Ohio State. Michigan beats Ohio State 27-22. They end up scoring twice late and then a field goal, just padded on, a field goal by Lantry and another field goal. And there we go. The team stats, it was all Ohio State. Michigan with the comeback, though. But when you take a look at turnovers, Ohio State with 2 big ones. They did fumble 5 times. Taylor Green and Franklin, not that many throws, but Griffin was really good, and Bell, vital there. There were the kick returns. There you see everything. Lantry with the field goal. Conway hit his. And the final 27-22, that was big. Notre Dame and Pitt, and that's the hard one. Notre Dame scored. They were down. They had 14. It was 28-7. It was 20-0. And then Moreno to Collier was 27-7 at the beginning of the third. The kick return to begin the third quarter for Notre Dame. Then Moreno to Collier, and then Notre Dame scored 3 times, and that hurt. Pitt had 5 plays, 19 yards, and they punted. And, well, Notre Dame had 8 plays, 38 yards, and they ran out the clock. Pitt punted. Look at that. Punt, 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 punt. And they didn't do a thing. I don't think they had too much of a first down. You look at that, Pitt, all of that was in the first half. And when you look at the player stats, Moreno was all right. He was good. Rice, but it was Rice running the football. McMillan was there, and you can see that it was just for Pitt. They're in panic time right now. They are in panic time, as it is 27-22. West Virginia and Boston College, 49-44. And scoring-wise, you can see they came all the way back, but they couldn't put it through. The drive summary late in it was 29-24. 2 turnovers on downs. They went down the field, and then West Virginia ended up winning the game. There was over 1,000 yards. There was 1,094 yards. And the player stats, Flutie had 358. White, 185. And you can see White and Slayton ran the football really well. They really did. And taking a look, Boston College still looking for their first win, but they're nasty. They're going to upset somebody. They really will. They're filling out their team and how they are. They're pretty much out of it. They're 0-7. Penn State and Virginia Tech. Look at this game in overtime. Virginia Tech wins. So, first overtime, second overtime, third overtime, fourth overtime. That goes to 5 overtimes. My goodness. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they go, yeah, there it is. So 6 overtimes. Oh my goodness. 6? I think so. Let's take a look at all the play-by-play. So second quarter. Let's take a look at the overtimes because it's a little confusing. What an unbelievable game. As Penn State loses to Virginia Tech, and they were pushing for that was one of the best games maybe ever. Overtime, let's see, 1, 2. Oh, I see. Hold on a second. I'm messing up right there. So 1. This will, okay, on a 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overtimes. And they had the field goal blocked. 5 overtimes. That's what college football does. You have games like that, and that is absolutely crazy. That is a 5 overtime game, and you know, you have games like that. That's why I love overtime, because you never have the craziness. You need a winner. Kajana Carter, 251, and Virginia Tech just made a huge gain when it came to moving on in the playoffs. Conway's field goal was blocked. Shane Graham there It was 27-27 after regulation, and my goodness. So 58-55 there, Florida and Auburn. Auburn 41, Florida 34, and you look at the scoring there. Florida scored to cut it, and then it just came down. You can see the stats, a lot of yards, 960. And in the players' stats, Campbell looked good. Bo Jackson, 21 for 104. Taylor, but Danny Werfel, 4 touchdowns and a pick, 459 yards. They wanted to throw, and they did. So it was Green on the kick returns. This was oh my God, was this a great game. This was solid. A lot of really good games. Today. Alabama holds on and beats Miami 27-24. The scoring-wise, Alabama came back and won the game. They were down 24-17. They kick a field goal and they score with 7:51 to go. Really a lot of rushing for Alabama. A lot of punts, player stats. You can see right here some fumbles. There were kick returns, some punt return. What the heck? There we go. Sorry. Some punts. 7-6 on punts. Not bad. You're going to have punts in a college game because of the number of possessions. You will. I mean, nobody punted. The games would be 60-58. You get that sometimes. But even so, penalties too hamper, and then you got a punt. Minor with a good rushing performance, 188 yards. Wenke wasn't bad, and Florida State beats Georgia. Georgia Buck Blue receiving Lindsey Scott looked good. And Herschel Walker at 164 yards. And Robinson's 1 for 2. So there we go. And that's big. And that'll be 38-24. Georgia Tech in Tennessee. Tennessee 10-7. Tennessee came back and won this game as Martin had a 76-yard run. T. Martin, the first play from scrimmage, and the thing, it was 7-0, then it was 7-7, 10-7 there. Team stats, it was all Tennessee. And whenever you get a player stats right here, I mean, right now, we're looking at this. This is good stuff, but there was a lot of punting. It was a very defensive football game. You get them. And you gotta understand that offense and defensive games, they happen differently. LSU beats Purdue. I mean, you're gonna get defensive games. You gotta appreciate them because the tension in defensive games are absolutely insane sometimes. Offensive games, you get caught up in the fireworks. You do. You get caught up in the crazy fireworks, up and down and up and down and up and down, and you're like, wow, and you're enthralled. Defensive games have really a lot of tension because you're waiting, and any time you get a little crack, boom, you go. LSU had a 99-yard drive to take the lead, and a punt return, and then it was just LSU wins the game. I can't wait for the playoffs. I think the playoffs in this league are going to be one of the best playoffs, quite frankly. There's the team stats there. I think it's going to be the mix of all the teams and everything like that. It's going to be absolutely insane, the playoffs. I really feel that. And David missed it. But 28-20, your win for LSU over Purdue, Texas and SMU. Texas all over SMU. And you can see scoring-wise, it was 35-0. And then in the fourth quarter, they played close to the vest. They didn't want to give up anything big. They put in some garbage time. SMU had 2 more yards. A lot of that were garbage yards. They had 4 turnovers, though. And the 4 turnovers, that's not very good. You're not going to win many games there, but it was just too much. And when you take a look at player stats, Phillips, not a great day. And Texas 35-14. You can see right here, I'm looking for some outliers. Lowry was 8-6 in punts. And taking a look right there, the defense was all right. SMU, not very good. Phillips, 53.6. There we go, his rating, and that is it. As Phillips said, really, he's got to pick it up, really. Dickerson at 167 yards. But they got to pick it up. They really do. SMU, they're not doing very well. Southern Cal, 40-27 to win. They were led 40-14, then garbage time. Oregon's having a tough time. You look at team stats, Southern Cal all the way, rushing the football. They just hot knife through butter. Bam, right there. And when you take a look at the player stats, 226 for Anthony Davis. He's going to be a force. If they make the playoffs, which they are favored to do, you never know, they might lose. But if they make the playoffs, and they are, I'm telling you right now, they're going to be a force running the football. Arizona State beats Washington State. Not the best performance in the world for them. It was tied in the third quarter, then Arizona State, the 3 scores to win the game. 519 yards, 217 for Plummer, 302 rushing. And that was Battle with 246 yards. Who was that? That was Gesser with an absolutely horrible day. And Plummer was good there, 246. When you run the football, it's a lot easier to pass, unless they know it's coming. So you take a look at the stats. They're really not too much to say. They're a big win for Arizona State. They needed that one. Take a look. Colorado and Washington, 33-14. Was 5-0 at the half. Looked like it would be a snoozer. And Colorado's lost 4 straight. They were 3-0. Now they're 3-4. And the closest they got was 19-7. And then Washington all the way there. Washington dominated on the stats. And in the player stats, Hagan is falling down. And Hobart looking a lot better. Bryant, 263 yards rushing. He got it 48 times. So you take a look, 33-14. Everybody's looking for those 60-58 games. When you play great teams, they even out. And you do play more conservatively because you know every mistake is going to be crazy. BYU's all over Kansas. We don't even need to worry about this. With 17-7 in a second, they just blew this thing away. BYU, we just don't know how good they are because we all know the West is the worst. We all know the West is the worst. And when the West is the worst, you're going to have a hot knife through butter like BYU. I thought that BYU, honestly, was going to be a Boston College or an Oregon. At best, I thought BYU was going to be an Oregon. They would sneak up, get a couple wins or whatever. But they're dominating. They're not at even the best. I want to say this. I thought BYU was going to be somebody, if they had a successful season, they were going to win a lot of close games. And they're not. They're blowing everybody out. Wisconsin and Missouri. And Missouri is trying so hard. The scoring right there. Wisconsin right there. A field goal. And the team stats, 503-318. And the player stats right here, you can take a look. Daniel was 20-33, 13-30 for Bollinger, but Wisconsin holds on and wins, and that's big for Wisconsin. We put so much emphasis on the East and the South that the West, we don't know how good these teams are, and after the first week of playoffs, that's going to be very big. So we're going to take a look right now at everything as we have let's take a look at all the stats and facts and figures and all that. In Eastern League, Notre Dame is number 1. Virginia Tech is number 2. Michigan and West Virginia and Ohio State are 3. Pitt is 1 game behind, and if they would have won, they would have been tied for 3rd. But they're 1 game behind. And Pitt, what a horrible loss. They play BC for the final time because scheduling quirks. Everybody plays their first opponent next week. So that's going to be the Eastern League. In the Southeastern League, Tennessee, hold on real quick. There we go. We will look at next week in a second. Tennessee, 5-2. Florida State, Miami are tied for second and third. Auburn, Georgia Tech, Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. They're all one game behind. Oh my goodness, is that crazy? All of them are one game behind. Anybody could be tied next week. Florida State and Miami, I believe they play next week. So that'll be big. In the Central League, yeah, Wisconsin, number 1. Nebraska, Purdue has lost 2 straight. Oklahoma lost. That is big, which means they're one game behind. And it's the plus minus if they tie Nebraska for third because they split. So Purdue, that is very big there. I mean, Purdue, I forget who they play, but they played some miracle games earlier on in the year. BYU in the West, they're 7-0. They lead Arizona State by 2 games. Southern Cal is third, and Washington has won 4 straight. We told you, don't discount Washington, and they won 4 straight. They're looking good. Colorado has lost 4 straight, so they are looking bad. Kansas is trying to stay in there. Oregon is a disappointing 2-5, and Washington State hasn't won. They haven't won. Taking a look quickly at the staff shot passing, Bosco's the best. Rice is second. Vick is third. Marino's not even in the top 10. Rushing, Griffin is 1. Tony Nathan is down by 55 yards. Receiving, you still have Finley, Burney, and Finley and Burney. That Purdue is unbelievably good. Notre Dame at 273. 1 point above BYU. Taking a look, let's take a look at your passing. Marino is 24th. He has 12 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. He's a 75.5. He has 2,000 yards. But, God, he has struggled this year. He has struggled. Rushing, Archie Griffin is 1. Brian, then Tony Nathan. You can see this. And receiving, Finley and Burney. Finley's over 1,000 yards. And there it is. Defense, you're looking at interceptions and sacks. Coleman has 10. Tackles, Moten has 128. It's because the other team always has the ball. He gets a lot of chances. Opponent completion percentage, Thomas is the best at only 30%. Field goals and special teams, Anthony Davis is unbelievable at returning kicks. Punting, Johnson is good. Stemke, Wisconsin, punting there. Field goals, Ho is unbelievable. He's still at 100%. You take a look at him. Statistics, he is... let's see, 8 of 8 in field goals. 8 of 8 in field goals. And in the playoffs, that's big. In the playoffs, that is really big. Team statistics. You have Notre Dame, who's up there, BYU, then Penn State in offense. Defense, you have Washington. This is all by points. So Notre Dame has 1, BYU, then Penn State. Penn State is 2-5. Now, they're 2 back. If they were to win their next 3 games and go 5-5, they would compete because the East is going to knock everybody down. But they need to win the next 3. I mean, Penn State, I believe, plays Notre Dame. And that'll be a huge game. Now that they got everything figured out, it's going to be different games. It's going to be much different games. And then you go to all the different teams. We will do this, and you can stop when your favorite team comes up and take a look at all the different things. We will do this. You can stop there. You see West Virginia, they're good running the football. Slayton and White. If they get in the playoffs, they're 4-3. Watch out. Watch out. This is a different football team than the one that were earlier struggling. And they've had some wins. And West Virginia, I know they beat Boston College. But that's going to be big. Remember, your top 3 make the playoffs. So Arizona State, Southern Cal, Florida State, and Miami. Auburn is down 1. Georgia Tech, but, you're going to have a lot there. Marino, and this is the one that hurts, McMillans and Hawkins. You can see that. Here's Dickerson and McElhaney and all that. SMU is in trouble. The next iteration of the league next year, we're going to take, I believe, the bottom 3 teams, so we're going to take a look at the teams that we know that they cannot compete and change them. So 80 Pitt is good, but we might make it 81 Pitt. There's Colorado who's going down. Georgia Tech is now 3-4. They lost, but they are competing. Washington, 4 in a row. They're looking good. Penn State is 2-5. Nebraska is 5-2. Arizona State 5-2. Florida is 3-4. We thought Nebraska might go undefeated, and they didn't. Tennessee is a solid 5-2. It is a shock. They're 5-2, and they got blown out by Miami so much that they actually are -16 in the point differential. They're 5-2 and -16. When they win, it's close. When they lose, it's a blowout. Wisconsin is 6-1. They're going to be good. We're halfway through this league. And that's very big. Very quickly for next week. As we take a look, there's a couple people here at 1:31. It takes so long, but we only do it once a week. West Virginia at Notre Dame. That's going to be a big one. If West Virginia beats Notre Dame next week, then that's huge. Ohio State and Virginia Tech. That's going to be a very classic one. If Virginia Tech wins, they could start to solidify a playoff position. Alabama and Georgia. Let's not let the records fool you in the South. It doesn't matter. 3-4, and they could still win a national championship because every game's close. Tennessee and Florida. That's a big one. Oh, that is a huge one. You might say 5-2 versus 3-4. Remember, it's the South. It doesn't matter the record. They're all near 500. If Tennessee wins, they'll be 6-2. Florida State and Miami. The loser will be tied with the 3-4 winners. At least Alabama or Georgia, the loser will be tied with. Oklahoma is SMU. Well, is SMU going to return another 5 kicks? 5-game losing streak for them. Wisconsin and LSU. LSU's playing a heck of a lot better. They're playing a heck of a lot better. You can see that LSU is in the Southeastern League, in the Central League. LSU is 2 back of Purdue and Nebraska. Texas and Nebraska, again, those games were a little bit crazy early, and Texas is a different team. Southern Cal and BYU, that's the Western game. BYU, I believe, beat Southern. No, we got to take a look on that because the Western schedule is different because of the screw up in the beginning. Arizona State and Washington, that is a huge game for next week. It's going to be a lot about separation. Colorado, they got to beat Washington State to save their season. If they lose and they're 3-5, it's over for them. Michigan and Penn State. Penn State's got to win. Penn State and Michigan, they played earlier in the year. They were crazy games. Purdue is 5-2. Missouri is 2-5. Missouri, if they were to beat Purdue, they're back in the season. They'd be 3-5. And they would only be 2 games back, and it would be feasible for Missouri to sneak in, and they'd be dangerous. And Kansas and Oregon, it's the Save My Season Bowl. As Kansas is 3-4, Oregon is 2-5. Remember, the last week of the season, every playoff matchup we will have in the postseason, and in the last game of the regular season, everyone that determines in or out, not seeding, but in or out. So if 1, 2, and 3, we know the 3 teams that are going to make a playoff, we let the computer go. But if it's in or out, then we play it. And in the Southeastern League, that might be a lot, but you could be close in 2 weeks before the end of the year. Good night, Things happen. All of a sudden they separate, and they're all 2-game leads with 1 to go. Virginia Tech and Ohio State, that might be really one to really look at. Tennessee and Florida, that might be one to really look at. As next week we take a look at Arizona State and Washington, BYU and Southern Cal. It might be a Western week. It might be a Western week because when you look at BYU, have they played Southern Cal yet? And yeah, they blew out Southern Cal 36-13. And they might be able to do it again on Arizona State and Washington. Arizona State beat Washington 20-10 earlier on, and I mean that could be very big. That game, we know that. Ohio State and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech, wow, it was a blowout Virginia Tech and a blowout Ohio State. So I think the return, this is the scheduling quirk we were talking about. Virginia Tech and West Virginia only play once. That's right, your Week 11 opponent is only once. Pitt is struggling. They're 3-4. Now next week, they have Boston College. They should go 4-4. You notice that they're big, but this isn't the same Boston College team. It's at BC. And then they got to play at Virginia Tech. And they do that. Remember, they're at Michigan once. They play West Virginia at home. And the last time they played West Virginia, they lost 19-0. So Pitt is reeling. They feel they should have been 4-3, but they lost that lead late. All right, have a great day. We will see you later. What a game. What a series, and we'll have a great day.